3, 2, 1.
And hopefully I won't go green again. Am I alive? Are we live?
Sure are live. Sure are
Hopefully
live.
I won't turn green again. My camera's been all weird. Hi, welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmucky. Schmuckies don't go green again.
Don't you dare.
Don't do it. We're all the whole world's watching. Don't do it. I am Dave. I will be tonight's vaguely referee, but I'm not really running this game. I'm just kind of here to facilitate it. And with that, I'll actually kind of toss it over to Maria, because this is like almost your Make-A-Wish or something like that. You really wanted to play tonight. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Maria. I'm the Make-A-Wish baby tonight. I use they and she pronouns, as does Zed Baptic, who I am playing tonight. Zed Baptic is a media, typically the media of the group, but the group is 2 people tonight, so
still the media of those 2 people.
It's still me. And I'm here besides Dave with Emma, who is lovely.
Oh, why, thank you. Hi, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I am playing Lux, who is well, it doesn't really matter what I am tonight. I carry a lot of guns, but not this evening because I'm going to a bar instead.
I mean,
she also uses she, her pronouns. Yeah, I mean, does she have like 4 guns?
Bring a million guns with you in a bar. Why not? Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
And I guess I didn't fully introduce myself. I am Dave. I'm playing as the referee. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me at Mystery Mythos. Lately, we've been doing a lot of updates, but a lot of those you might have to just see later. One of them you can see right now, though. We have a brand new logo. Fuck, I forgot to update the Twitch logo, though. So that'll happen after this. But in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see one of our many variants of our brand new logo, which is pretty cool. And then more of that to come soon. But until then, let's get to Cyberpunk. So where we're taking off is last we left off with I guess Zed and Lux, is that Zed went to go visit Suki to talk about why she was net running against them, and she figured out basically she was betraying them for the group because she learned something that Zed didn't know, that Zed accidentally got one of their friends killed by reporting on a story. And because of that, Suki just absolutely hates her. And Suki right now is in prison at Rockwell PMC, private military complex. And you texted Lux to go to a bar, and it is Christmas Day, but it's actually more so Christmas night by now, I want to say. And yeah, you're on your way. I want to say you're on your way to the bar, probably. Lux, have you been there a while?
Have I been there a while?
Yeah, because Zed got there before me.
Yeah,
I wasn't
Zed got
there
yet. First.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was under the impression Lux was already hammered and Zed just showed up. Okay, so vice versa. You went to the bar after the Suki incident, and you invited Lux out after you had been there for a bit.
Correct.
So, how many beers or what have you had?
Oh, gee, it's not beer. It certainly is not. I've probably had at least 2 whiskey sours, and I think currently I think they're having what I'm having, which is Fireball and cream soda, or the equivalent. Yeah, a cinnamon swirl, if you will.
And just to kind of set the scene too, you are at Taffy's, which is the bar in Los Sombre. Right now, Taffy's is definitely decked out in a Christmas theme. There's not super hardcore because they're a bar and not like, the most richest neighborhood or anything like that. So really what they did was they got the cheapest Christmas lights they can find, and they wrapped it around all the dance cages, and they wrapped it around the top of the bar. There's like I want to say like a synth deer head that they have for decoration. So it's not like a real actual deer, but like it's just a decoration everyone's made, so we made a replica of one, and they put like lights on its horns and stuff. And the bartender, it's the same Boulder woman that you saw the other time you were in Taffy's. She's wearing like a what's it called, like an elf hat. And that's all she's done. Everything else is just like business as usual, but she's got a tiny green Santa-ish hat, and she puts another drink on the bar for you.
Do I know her name?
I can't remember if we came up with one for her. I don't think we did. But I want to say you've been here long enough that you've probably introduced yourself.
Okay.
And I want to say her name is Tori.
Tori. Okay.
That might actually be correct. I may have done that on accident.
Accidental correctness.
Another thing that's happening is in the background there is a Christmas band playing. They're all like basically it's just like 6 dudes. They're all like rippling, and they're all like 2 of them are playing guitars and stuff. They're all just wearing Christmas themed Speedos. And they're called the Speedos, and they play like every 2 months or so.
Okay,
but usually around holidays because they theme their Speedos after holidays.
Okay, but you did miss the opportunity to call them the Jingle Bells.
Oh, fuck. It's canon now. I can't possibly take it. It's the Jingle Bells. They're the Jingle
Hell
Bells.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Beloved Christmas band and their awesome hits. They're all named after the reindeer. Dasher,
Wishmas,
Dancer,
Dasher.
Prancer. Yeah.
Vixen, you're coming home with me. I'll take the drink from Tori, and push or finish the one that I was drinking, and push it aside and take the next one, and just kind of mutter, thanks Tori.
Well, hopefully it makes your Christmas a little bit more jolly. And she sees somebody else at the bar who's like at the other end of the bar who's basically face down. She's just kind of like, she's still cleaning the glass. She goes over to him and just kind of like, hey. Just trying to, this guy's just like...
I don't know, Tori. I don't think I was made for Christmas. I really don't. Holiday cheer and all that is it's not really my cup of tea, you know?
It is a bit weird in hindsight. I mean, there's not very many, we wrap lights around a tree and then we like yell at it. It's just kind of a weird holiday to me too, don't worry. That's how Dave sees Christmas.
Yell at a tree.
We wrap lights around a tree and then we yell at it.
Well, I thank you. I thank you for this. And I hope that your Christmas is better than mine is.
Well, I'm working, but I know I kind of like my work, so I can't complain.
You know, it is a nice place here, and it's comfortable, and there is usually decent entertainment, you know, but I feel like the Jingle Bells did have a different name though a few months ago.
The Speedos.
And it's just, do they change it during the holiday season? I
think they change it every holiday season. Yeah, that's like their whole thing. I think they're generally known as the Speedos based on what they wear, but that's an unofficial name, and then they change their name every holiday.
I think I like them better during the holiday season. I was just kind of like eyeing the different menagerie of strange holiday-themed Speedos.
One of them's just like a reindeer. Never mind, that's too graphic. One of them's just a reindeer that.
They're all just sensor bars, we know.
And I want to say at that point, did you already text Lux?
Mm-hmm. I think I would have texted before the third drink that was handed to me. So yeah, I probably would. Zed would have just kind of sat there and looked off into a middle distance, just kind of turning into a little bit of booze juice brain.
With that, I guess we cut to Lux. Lux, where are you right now?
I was back at the apartments, and I think actually what would have happened is that I went around to like wish everybody Merry Christmas, and I probably brought everybody like cocoa, because now my money situation is a little different in a very short 24-hour period. I don't know why. It's weird. It's like I have a new character sheet or something. And
it's like we converted to red or something.
yeah. And so I think it was probably during that time that I would have gotten the message. And so
you have an agent, right? Like you don't have anything in your eye that lights up like Zed does.
Yes, I had to,
manual. Yeah. And it's 2020, so it's not a smartphone.
No.
It's like a brick. Yeah.
It's actually a Nokia. So I think I would have seen that, and I wouldn't have heard anybody else's agent go off. So I would have retreated to my room, probably changed my outfit, and then departed.
Sounds good. What kind of outfit do you wear out on Christmas night to a bar?
I'm so glad you asked.
Your Lex, I legally have to. You made me do. You said you would sue me if I did.
I did, yes. So she changed her outfit so that she's wearing these kind of like, they're those platform sneakers that are like stupid high, with these thigh-high green stockings, and then she's wearing like this long like teal hoodie, except the hoodie is fishnet, so it only kind of functions the way it should. And then underneath she's got this very cute green little bikini type set.
It's actually pretty cool look. I was wondering how a fishnet hood would work, but I was like, yeah, I guess it could.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Will it block the rain? No.
Absolutely not.
It's awful for anything.
It's
really.
for anything, really. But she'll put on she's got like a big furry pink coat, like trench coat that shouldn't, it's so tacky, but she loves it. She'll wear that.
Nice. So I want to say you show up or you're on your way to the bar, probably in your really nice pink car that you have.
Yes.
And on your way to the bar, you get a text from Casper. So does Zed. It's just, it sounds like a very copy-pasted business Merry Christmas to my coworkers.
Oh my God.
Business text with like a ghost emote going like this. I hope you all have a merry, jolly, happy Christmas. Like slashes in between every single describing word.
Lex will definitely text back.
While driving? Well, that's illegal.
Is it?
You can murder a person on the streets.
You guys killed like 6 people in an alleyway the other day.
We did. We in fact did. She will text back, Merry Christmas, but do the like 1 cap, 1 lowercase, 1 cap, 1 lowercase with Snake a peach face. Emoji.
Ooh, with a peach emoji?
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, I want to say you arrive at Taffy's.
I've made my way from the bar to a booth that is like meant for 7 people, and it's just me sitting there in like the corner. But I have collected around me. I gathered like 4 or 5 drinks before I left the bar, and they're just kind of sat in a row in front of me. And I'm just like, I have one of them, and I'm just leaning on the table, holding this in front of my face and like looking at all of them.
As far as the, I guess you can say, occupancy of the bar, I want to say it's actually a pretty chill night because most people don't go out on Christmas. Los Hombre is like the kind of neighborhood that has a lot of people that like to stay in with their families or go to visit their families during Christmas. So like as far as the bar goes, really the only people that showed up are like you and like Lux, and then there's like occasional like parties of single dudes and single women that decided to like get together to just be like, our families are too far away to visit and we have no friends, so we have no way to do this, so we're gonna go out and party our lives out and stuff. So but like by this point in the night, like they're all just starting to warm up, so nobody's gone crazy, but they have like you can see spaces between the tables, let's put it that way. There's tables that are completely empty. That's how many not people are there yet.
Ooh.
Do I know anyone here?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, Zed.
Than Zed?
Zed and Tori. Yeah, you definitely know Tori. I want to say you know some of the, actually, you know all of the Jingle Bells really well.
That's
well.
right. Thank you. I do.
Especially Dasher. Oh, man.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you salute when you get it.
Absolutely.
And I want to say, as far as like the random goers, you've seen them. They're all, some of them are regulars, but nobody that you've really like talked to. Maybe one night stands, but nobody you really like care to talk to again.
Awesome. So I'll walk in and I'll probably, do I see Zed right away?
I want to say,
Because
yeah.
it's so-
There's like you a quick scan, like in one pass, you would be like Zed.
Okay.
So-
Okay, they one up and then they don't. I will, I think I will probably just go straight over. I won't like go to the bar or anything. I'll like nod at whoever it is that I know, and then I will go over and I will slide into the booth. You come here often?
Hello.
You look sad
I don't know what
and
you could
drunk.
possibly mean. I got some for you, and she'll gesture in front. There's just an assortment of things ranging from hard liquor to a very fruity cocktail to just a popped open can of beer, everything in between. But also, from next to where Zed is sitting, she pulls out a giant bottle of wine and starts pouring it into an empty glass. Yeah.
You see Lux like hold on to the table for a second and take like a deep breath in. Okay, all right, we can do this. We did this before. We can do this again. All right. Well,
I am simply taking on the Christmas spirits one after another. It's a yearly tradition. This year's special, but it's a yearly tradition.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm fine. But this is a new Zed.
No, not. It's one that doesn't come out very often. I went to go see Suki today.
Oh. Is this are you breaking down just a little bit?
No. I am.
She like looks at the table. Mm-hmm.
I am. I think some people call it processing. In a way that is not affordable, but is helping. I think it's helping. It's getting harder to think of things, so I think it's helping.
Okay, let's process. And Lux will take if there's a shot, she'll do that.
Yeah, there's like a little cluster of like 5 of them, just like right next to each other. They're all different neon colors.
Oh dear.
That's awesome, though.
I'll grab one of them and drink it. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Some sort of, it's the bar special donkey piss.
God.
We came up with that the other day.
Excellent.
But if you want the non-alcoholic version, it's donkey punch.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to say they're like red and green. Maybe a couple blues that have stars inside of them.
What?
They're all
Okay.
neon and they glow. They
Sparkly.
glow on the way down too. But then they stop glowing because that would be upsetting.
That's so cool.
As you guys take your shot, the jingle bells go, okay, we're going to play our next hit, Fucking Around the Christmas Tree. 1, 2, 3. Jingle bell, jingle. No, that's not it. They're all very drunk.
Awesome. Sorry, my fire's chatty this evening. So, you want to talk about it?
Well, I don't know what there is to talk about.
Really?
I don't know. Did I ever
No.
talk? All right. Well, where do you want me to start first? Because I feel like there's a few steps, a few things.
Why don't you start wherever your brain is right now?
Well,
or you can go back to the beginning. It's up to you.
All right. One of my closest friends, I realized I caused their death, apparently.
Alex takes a shot.
So, back in the high rise, Suki mentioned a person. And I mean, you saw the brain dance. She played it for everybody. His name was Rex, and we were really close for a little while at least. He was kind of a rough and tumble guy, but I got in a couple of scrapes. I got in some trouble with the Tiger Claws, and he vouched for me. He stood up for me. He literally saved my life a couple of times, and he's the one who introduced me to Suki. Handful of years ago, and I just thought he was missing. I honestly did. I didn't remember him being there or anything, but I guess me doing what I do best, which is getting my nose into things I ought not to, got him in more trouble than I thought it would. I looked for him for a while. I did. But, well, I guess all that looking was in vain, apparently. And, well, Suki's she's a different matter entirely. We were quite close, the two of us. And I honestly thought that we did have something that was, special and would last for a while. And then she just stopped talking to me, and then all of this happened. And I find out she's trying to kill me because she thinks that and now she doesn't want to talk to me anymore, and she's in prison. And honestly, I think that's the best place for her to be right now, because I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't. And I'm tired. I'm very tired. Dave, I hate to break this moment up, but you are so green again, and I don't know why. Merry Schmuckies.
Merry Schmuckies.
Oh, it looks like I've frozen. Oh, no, I'm not.
No, you're just
What's happening? Why, God, why? I
God,
seriously have no idea. There's got to be something wrong with my... I don't know how to fix it. I'm so sorry.
No, you're just festive now. Like,
let's see. No.
Hey! Hey! I did not believe in it, and then
yay!
I don't sleep a whole lot. Looks, I don't know if you've noticed that.
No, never. This is when she stares into the camera. Do you feel like you need to do something? You said you don't know what to do. There's nothing you can do.
I think that's my problem. Because that's what I do. I don't. If I stop looking, if I stop trying to do something, then each day that I stop is another day that things slip farther away. So I think I've told myself I can't stop. But I don't know what to do now. There's nothing, like you said, there's nothing I can do about this. And I don't know. I guess I can't. This, gesturing at the table, this is the first thing I thought about doing, that I could do, that I knew I could do, because it's happened. It's happened before.
So why am I here? Do you want, like, advice? Do you want help? Do you just want a space to unpack stuff? Do you just want to talk about some stuff? Do you just want to get drunk? That's probably not the healthiest thing, but I don't have healthy habits, so.
I don't know. I don't know why I called you here, Lux. I guess I just didn't really want to be alone. Is the big one.
With that, you notice that the bar has filled up, but you haven't heard anyone come in. Like, the bar is just, like, rocking now, but, like, you've been so in the zone talking to each other that you couldn't even hear, like, the band playing. You couldn't hear, like, the fact that the crowds have come in and they're all cheering and singing, like, they're singing along with the band and everything, but it is completely tuned out in your little booth world.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, let's do it this way. You're not going to be alone tonight. You're actually, technically, you're never alone. You can always call me or text me, whatever you're comfortable with. And whatever comes up tonight, comes up. I've had my fair share of trauma. So she picks up a glass. Cheers to trauma.
Cheers to trauma.
I think what is she drinking now? Probably not a shot. That's a bad idea. So she'll have a shot. I think that if you keep holding on to this, you won't go anywhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You're still there. You're still looking for your friend, and you're still looking for Suki.
They're not the only ones I'm looking for, though.
Are you going to tell me who else you're looking for? Please?
Zed will look up and I think acknowledge the amount of people that are here now, probably for the first time, and say, do you wanna go somewhere else?
Excuse you.
I'm getting rowdy. The bartender, the bar patrons are getting a little.
You hear a familiar voice yell, "Stop wishing me Merry Christmas, fuckhead!" And then you see a blade come out of a woman's arm. It's like, I haven't even had anything to drink yet. It's Yuki, of course.
Of course.
And then a couple of guys back off, but everybody else in the bar laughs because they're used to Yuki.
They all know.
But she's like really far away from you and hasn't noticed you guys yet because there's so many people in the bar now. But that kind of brings you back into reality a little bit.
Nowhere specific. I just there's just a lot of people here now. And,
Are you gonna hear?
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop
Well, yeah, we can go somewhere else. I don't think anybody can hear you in here, and I don't think anybody's listening, but we can go somewhere else if you feel more comfortable with that. It's a shame to leave this spread, but...
Oh, I'm sure we could take it with us. I don't think Tori would mind.
You just
Okay.
see, there's like a camera zoomed to Tori at the bar just being like, I don't mind.
I don't really care.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I'll just grab like a couple of the things that are not just loose beverages. Things that could be easily carted away. It does is taffy something that has like a roof?
Oh, like a hangout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, I did say it's kind of hidden, but it probably has a second floor that has like a balcony on it. It's not a very big balcony, but chances are it's kind of closed for Christmas because they don't like to open it if it's a kind of an off season for the bar. Right now there's an abnormal amount of people in the bar, but they still haven't opened the second floor.
Cool. I'm gonna go ask Tor if we can go up there.
Tori just kind of looks between you and Lux and just goes, yeah, you guys are cool. You can go up there. That's fine.
Thanks, Tori.
Thank you!
Go up to the outside, which I'm sure is full of smog and all sorts of strange things.
It's chilly, so I want to say it's like hoodie weather, but it's also, remember, it's snowing. It's not actually snowing. It's fake snow coming from the financial district that it's supposed to be for them, but because nature does its own thing, it wafts over to La Sombre sometimes. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's technically, like, chilly enough that, like, I want to say you can vaguely see the beginnings of your breath as it starts to leave your mouth, but not full, like, smoke or anything if you were in, like, a snowy neighborhood, but there is, like, snow coming down, mm-hmm. But it's just, like, soda flakes or whatever they are.
Yeah. Hollywood snow.
Are there like chairs and stuff out here?
Oh yeah, I want to say it's like a porch kind of setup where they got like they even have those like kind of heater units that kind of go up. You could turn it on yourself. They're not on obviously because the second floor is technically closed, but like they are there.
Pop that baby on.
I'll put my...
I need you to roll me a tech. No! No, I'm just kidding. You press the switch and it turns
on. I'll put my drinks down on like a little table or something and go over to the railing and just kind of lean on it and look off onto the cityscape. I forget how disgustingly beautiful this city can be.
Lux will go ahead and join them up there and also lean. Well, that is certainly one way of describing it. I don't know that I've ever called this city beautiful, though. I gotta be honest.
What would you call it then? What have you called it then?
Oh, I've called it many things. Some of them are not so nice. But I think there's a sinking energy here that kind of keeps you here. And sometimes that energy is good and kind of enthralls you because it gives you a false sense of security. Like we have some kind of control over our little apartment complex.
Why are you still here, Lux?
In the city?
Yeah. You don't have to be. You have skills that could get you literally anywhere.
You see an unusual somber aura around Lux when you ask that. I kind of do have to be here. I could go anywhere else, but I can't.
You too deep in the hole?
No. I just have some unfinished business.
Are you looking for people too?
There's like a montage in her head. Yeah, couple, few, a lot. It's a complicated mess, actually.
I'm well acquainted with complicated messes.
I see that now.
Something I've learned in trying to find people in this city is that if someone does not want to be found, or someone does not want someone to be found, it is damn near impossible to find anyone here. And I have made some very good connections over the years, and still I cannot find those who I wish to find. And it is the most frustrating scavenger hunt I have ever been on in my life.
Sometimes I really wish it was like really easy to just let things go. And I find that that is damn near impossible in this city too.
I don't know if I want to let things go. You know, sometimes it's nice to just have things.
We don't really have them though. That's the problem.
I suppose that's a matter of perspective. Physical things come and go, but I do not think that I can ever let go of the duality of loving someone and despising them at the same time, as much as I both love and despise Suki right now in this moment. She is one of the most intelligent people I had ever met in my entire life. And yet she chose to use that intelligence and put people that I have grown to care about in a tremendous amount of danger. And that is something I will not let go, and I will not let happen again. Whether it is with Suki or with someone else, that is unacceptable. And so I cannot let that go, and I cannot forget that. But I do understand what you said, what you meant. There are things that we cannot control.
So what do you think? You're just gonna keep going on and loving and hating her the rest of your life?
Well, for as long as it lasts, I'm sure she'll take a big drink.
As you take a big drink, you see outside of the door to the bar opens and Yuki just throws a guy into the middle of the street. That's what I think of your fucking Merry Christmas! She just slams the door of the bar and the guy just gets up and just goes, Merry Christmas! Waves up to both of you. Just kind of goes, oh shit. And then starts walking down the block.
Lux will wave back and be like, God, I love that woman.
She is certainly a treat. How did you meet her?
Oh, that's a long story. That's a long story. Okay, all right, I see. All right, okay. One night I used to be studious. Oh, like really. I'm actually smart, but then I took up.
I knew that.
Well, not everyone does.
Not everyone is observant. People often look with their eyes, and that is it.
What do you look with?
Zed looks at their drink.
And so I was walking home one night and I almost died. And it scared the shit out of me. And this huge bouncer saved me. And I didn't ever want to be in that position again where I felt helpless. So the bouncer introduced me to this group, and Yuki happened to be the kind of like leader of them. And I had kind of forgotten, but we went to school together years prior, like when we were kids.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a really pleasant surprise to see them again, albeit in a completely different setting. Anyway, that katana, that was all Yuki.
Well, thank goodness for Yuki then. That kind of came in handy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that, by the way?
About what?
All of everything that has happened over the past month? Few months?
I want to say it was...
I think it was like 2 months.
I want to say it started in November.
Yeah.
And then December was the most recent thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 months is it's a couple months. We'll go a couple.
I can tell you that the night that Moth died, I added someone to the list of people I'm looking for. And if I ever get the opportunity to kill that woman who's significantly better with a katana than I am, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Is that what your list is then? People who do not need to no longer have the privilege of living in this city?
I think at this point she's like, I might have said too much. Kinda. Sort of. I mean, there's some are more prioritized than others.
All right. I think Zed notices the like hesitancy and kind of knows, probably not surprised too terribly deeply.
Let's just say that there are people who've done horrific things to me. And no one gets to do that.
I agree. Well, if you feel like you need help with that list, let me know.
Oh, thank God. Yes, I do. I really do.
Right.
But well, you're going to need to talk to me about this when I'm sober, because I keep you all at a bit of a bit of distance because I don't want any of you getting mixed up in anything that I carry around with me. It will inevitably put you in danger.
I mean, have you met the city? Just breathing in this city will put you in danger.
That's true. So you think on that before you agree to help me. Let's put it that way.
Listen, I think right now I have the most lucid thoughts.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I ever had.
Yes.
Have had.
Mm-hmm.
But I do mean it. I mean what I said before, and I'll say it again. No one. I will do my utmost to make sure that no one harms people that I care about, and I do care about you a lot.
Me?
You. All of that. And just gestures to all of you. And then says, but especially that. And I'm gonna poke at your chest. You matter. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that you matter, and I'm gonna make sure you stay alive so that people know that you matter.
I don't think anyone has said that to me since I was a kid.
Well, I didn't hear it a whole lot, so I'll make sure to tell people when I can.
In the background, you see Yuki come up the steps. She sees Zed kind of like poke at your chest, and then she just goes and turns around and goes back down the stairs.
Amazing.
Can we adopt Yuki? Adopt her? We need a new tenant.
I'm not particularly good at these things sometimes, but I will say that, you know, you're important to me too. That's why I will continue for every... Hey, Kel's got me this thing where I can start keeping track of people I have killed. Just like a number count.
Oh.
I'm going to program it so that every headshot I get, that one will be for you.
That is the strangest and sweetest thing someone has ever done for me.
Well, do you know me?
Was that Kel's Christmas gift?
Yes, it's so cool.
Ty told me he was just like, oh, I'm gonna give him something to Lux for Christmas. And I was just like, well, I set it up, but you didn't do it.
No, and I was like, you could join us tonight. And he was like, no, I'll just DM you what it is. And I'm like,
no, that's good because then that means I could potentially do something with Christmas gifts later. I just wasn't sure if I could add that like Kel's got you something. So okay,
Oh, yeah.
He probably got you it in the morning because Christmas. So,
yeah.
most people don't wait until midnight on Christmas to give out the gifts.
Lux, I have to be honest. It is very easy for me to be nice to people. It is easy for me to spew good words, because I learned how to speak in a way that people would listen to me, and the easiest way to get someone to listen to you is to give them nice platitudes, or blow smoke up their ass or things like that. And it gets you really far. It does. But I can count maybe on two hands the amount of times I've actually meant the nice things that I have said. And that does not sit well with me. And I've realized this after she'll look over to the table of copious drinks. Some help. I do not think I am actually a good person.
I don't really think there are good people and bad people. Well, I think there are a handful of, they're rare. But maybe you've done some bad things or done some things that you don't feel great about and done some things that keep you up at night. That doesn't make you a bad person. Do you think I'm a bad person?
Zed will kind of take a half step back and just kind of like very slowly study you.
I start posing.
That's a hard question.
Right?
I'm gonna have to abstain.
Okay, well, that was an opportunity and you didn't take it. I'll remember that. That's a hard thing to say. You don't have to be mean to you. You don't have to beat yourself up because you made some mistakes. Because that's certainly not going to do anything. It won't change your mistakes. It won't bring anybody back.
Do you believe that?
Yeah. If I didn't believe that, I would not be able to do my job. Are there things that I have done that keep me up at night? Yes. Absolutely. But if we beat ourselves up for the times that we have truly made mistakes, then there's a part of us that don't really believe that it was a mistake. And that's why we're so mean to ourselves after it, because we think we did it on purpose. We think we're a shitty human and we were shitty. But that's not really, I don't think that's really how it works. And it doesn't accomplish anything. It takes you backward. It doesn't push you anywhere. And frankly, you don't deserve that kind of hate. If I saw somebody speaking to you the way you're speaking about yourself, they'd be on the ground by now.
The wind just kind of goes through the empty street, which is now pretty firmly covered in snow, I want to say. Like a little fake snow. But like it kind of gives you like this vibe of just like the city's asleep or something. You can kind of hear the party downstairs vaguely through the windows of the front door or anything, but for the most part, like occasional silences, you start to soak in the world, and that's what you feel. It's just you two here, and like the wind kind of picks up some of the fake snow and carries it down the street a little bit, but that's all that's happening. It's just you two.
Bless you, Dave.
I like scenery. It's giving me nostalgia of when I was in Chicago.
Did you have I don't know the easiest way to say this. Did you have a good childhood?
I did, actually. Yeah, I did. Up until it was not good.
Do you mind if I ask what happened?
I do mind.
All right.
One day, maybe, but it doesn't really have anything to do with me not trusting you. It just has everything to do with me not wanting you to know it, because then someone else will know that you know it. And you don't need to be burdened with any of my secrets.
How about a trade then?
Oh, what are we trading?
We're trading secrets that we hope that no one knows that the other person knows. Because it could get more people in danger. But it is something that I wish to have some help with.
Okay. This is a terrible idea. I just want that on the table, but okay, let's do this.
I think that tonight is a night of ideas, whether terrible or not.
Okay.
I have for the past few years been searching for a couple of people, specifically my parents. They disappeared, and I do not know who was behind their disappearance, and I do not know why. And I'm afraid that it is due to something bigger than I can comprehend. And I've been in secret trying to keep tabs on anything that could possibly lead me to them. Because if it is someone big, such as Arasaka or Sino or anything like that, and they know that I know, I do not want to be the one that gets my parents in more trouble, or I do not want to be the one that will lead to their inevitable demise, as I have already been with my friend Rex.
Zed, I want you to listen really carefully to the next words that come out of my mouth. And I am not often this serious, but you need to hear me. And I know you're drunk right now, but you have to commit this to memory. Okay? Family is one of the most important things to me. I will give you a fucking army to find your parents. We'll find them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does that mean it's my turn?
Only if you want it to be.
No, we agreed. I'll... You can't tell anybody this. This doctor put my whole family in jail, and they're still there, and I need to find him. And I need to kill him or do something, but he framed my family, and now they're in jail. And if you're going to help me do this, you're going to find out a few more secrets about me, and namely being you will find out what my real name is.
What?
What, you think I was born with the name Lux?
All right, but I have a friend whose name is Rip Wave, and I know that that is his birth name.
That's a choice that people make. In
Over the wind, you hear "Rip away." He's out there.
He's out there. So I did not. All right. It is something that if I find out, I will keep to myself.
Yeah, you should, because someone who didn't keep that to themselves is going to die by my hand. So I'm not saying I would kill you at all. I don't think I ever could do that. But rather, I really can't. People can't know that. Because if they know that, then I'm not going to be able to find him. But you're going to need to know to help me.
Well, thankfully, I have a lot of people who can find a lot of people. And if it is a doctor, well, it does narrow down a little bit. I said a little bit. This city is far too big for it to be easy. Obviously, otherwise you would have found them yourselves.
It's not Jedediah.
It's not Jedi. Listen.
That's the only doctor we know.
Doctor.
Thank you.
For what?
For coming tonight, for trusting me with these things. It is an odd sensation I am having, divulging things that are more private to me. It is something that in my line of work will get you in more trouble than it's worth, and will typically end you. We'll end you if people know secrets about you. I am only mildly ashamed to say that I've used those tactics on other people. And it got me where I am now, which is honestly not where I thought I would be, but small steps, right?
Where would you rather be?
I would rather be at home with my parents. I would like to be somewhere not in this city. I would like to be no one. Honestly, if I had my way. But I have a job to do. I have gifts to do it. And I will do it as long as I need to. I feel like you have well, I do not want to put thoughts or words into your mouth, but I feel like we have a common interest there.
I don't disagree with you on that. Are we going to feel weird about this tomorrow?
About conversation?
Yeah, or anything else that happens.
Are you suggesting a different activity? Or something? Other than chatting and or imbibing alcohol?
Not yet. But the night is young.
I would like to offer you a challenge, Lux.
She narrows her eyes.
This is a simple challenge. This does not require. It is up to creative interpretation. I have had, for the past number of years, avoided the holiday seasons. It was something that was held dear to me when I was a child. And yet, when I learned that my parents had gone missing, ironically on Christmas Eve, it somehow lost its charm and sparkle.
I wonder why.
It is a mystery that no man will ever solve.
Well, certainly no man.
I would like to pose you a challenge to make this one of the best Christmases I have ever had.
Okay. So we're going to come up with a bucket list for the evening then.
All right.
You have to tell me 5 things. Don't think too hard.
I don't think I could think hard if I tried.
I know, but it's a disclaimer. You have to tell me 5 things. If you could do anything, within the boundaries of the city and what we're capable of, what are they? Anything. It could be literally anything. You want to go streaking? We can do that.
I want to take Rick and I want to go to the local park and I want Rick to swim in the park because I don't think that Kip lets him swim anywhere except in that stupid kiddie pool of his.
We need to get him a bigger pool. Okay, we can do that.
That was the first thing, and I don't know why that's like the most inconsequential thing why was that the first thing that came to my mind?
Because you didn't have a childhood and that's a childlike thing that you can do. It was stolen from you. See, I'm smart.
All right. Well, that's one.
This is a big one.
We'll think about the logistics at some other time of stealing Kip's duck.
Oh, I think Kip will come along. I think it'll be fine.
All right, that's.
We don't have to steal Rick unless you want to. You want to steal Rick?
I do like the challenge of trying to take that duck from him.
We just have to get Kip drunk. That's it.
All right. Well, that's
or pass out.
That's fair. All right. All right. That is 1. 2. What do I want to do? I would like to. I want to drive out of the city. I have never been out. Do you know I've never been outside of the city? I do not know what the city looks like. I do not know what the sky looks like outside of the city. I want to see what the city looks like from outside of the city. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
I want new clothes. I have the same. You have noticed my wardrobe. I have the same shirt. I have 5 of the same shirts. And the 1 jacket. You look far too excited about this process.
Are you asking to go shopping?
I feel like if I was less, yes, I think I am.
Oh, we're gonna go shopping.
Okay. All right.
That is one you will regret.
Oh. Well, maybe I won't remember regretting it, so it's okay. What was that? 4? Are we at 4?
I don't know. I don't count. So keep going.
Okay. One more. Well, at least one more. That I think we can kind of take off the box right now. And if you consent, Emma, Zed would like to step forward, and Zed would like to kiss you.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool. Zed does that.
Lux returns.
And when Zed steps back, their faces are already flushed because that's what alcohol does, and it is like blushing. They look away. They like lean back on the railing and like, I don't know. The 5th one can be a surprise. It can be dealer's choice, I guess.
You're the dealer.
I pass the dealership to you then.
Lux is gonna lean on the railing and like kind of like try to lead into Zed. When was the last time you did that?
I have to be honest, I cannot remember.
Sorry?
I don't remember. Suki and I were a lot of things, but it was not it was a relationship of necessity in some ways.
So do you really love her, or do you love what you had at one point. And you don't have to answer it. So is that something you want?
It has crossed my mind.
I'm just trying to gauge because you seem a little. You turned away from me, so I didn't know what you wanted.
I'm in an odd position where I don't know exactly what I want right now. I have more of a... That is something that I do want. And I need to stop telling myself that it is not.
Well, I can work with that. And Lux is gonna, with Zen's consent, like pull them away from the railing and go in for another kiss. But like, longer than one.
Yeah. Yes.
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 And then I think at some point, I don't know how long. Time is weird. It's cold here, and if that's the thing you're into, that's fine. But I do have a perfectly good apartment, as do you. But my bed is bigger.
I cannot drive.
I know.
But I will follow you anywhere.
You see Lux literally like stand still and like beneath all of the blush, you see her whole face just get so red. And then I think she'll probably reach down for Zed's hand and walk them downstairs and probably like nod at people as I'm going
You
through.
walk down the stairs and you get to the main hall. Literally everyone in the room just goes, "Whoa, it's you two!" And they all like take their glass to you, and Yuki's just like, but reason why they're doing it is you notice after a bit, like, first of all, you're just like blushing hard and everything. You don't know why everybody in the entire, literally the entire bar, even the band is looking at you. But what you finally notice is when you look at the TV, it's playing the news, and there's a still shot of both of you going across from one high-rise to an apartment, to an office, like across the street. It's like, hell yeah! And then everybody just starts cheering.
Lux takes a very deep bow.
Zed just is like, Zed is just standing there. Typically they're fine with like attention and people and things, but they're just like, not ready at all.
And as quickly as like the attention is gained, it's kind of wafted to the side as the news cuts to the more of the typical I-head shit. Because it turns out while you guys were doing that, what's it called? Sino was actually going after like an OTEC submarine complex or something, and there was like a big move there. So it's bigger news than like the local, like, oh, a bunch of weird people, some gang from some inner city thing destroyed a high-rise owned by Arasaka. It was like bigger news than that. So the news moves on, but so does everybody in the bar. There's occasional, like, when you bump into people as you're trying to leave, like they kind of like salute you or try to give you a high five and stuff like that. Or they say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! And out of nowhere, Yuki's like, shut the fuck up.
I will end you. Yuki sets up for a high five as you're on your way out.
Oh, I for sure high five.
And yeah, you're able to leave the bar after a big cheer.
And am I able to drive? I don't know how drunk I am.
I want to say you're probably fine. Also, you're if you wanted to just walk it, you're not terribly far from this bar. Beacon Apartments is not that far from this bar. It's a walkable distance, still a decent distance, so it's a nice little walk. Which you can talk along the way if you wanted. But it's not like it's not so impossible that you couldn't just walk it. And you've probably walked it a lot, Lux.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you drink when you're at the bar and everything like that, so you've probably walked home from there quite amount of times. You can actually hear the noise from this bar at Beacon Apartments. That's how close it is.
Would you like to walk? Or would you like to take my chariot?
You know what? Walking sounds nice.
Okie dokie. Boy, how tall is Zed?
That is a great question. I think I remember Zed being like 5'7".
Oh my god. Okay, I am putting together now that I am towering over you.
I was gonna
tall are
say,
you
I
in your
always
platform
imagined-
shoes.
Yeah, even without the platform shoes, I always imagined Deluxe was like a tall woman.
She's very tall.
Yeah. So
She's like probably like 5'9", 5'10", and her platforms are probably like 7 inches. So
Shit.
she's
Right.
actually monstrously tall over
Wow,
literally
wow.
everyone in that bar.
Wow. Cool.
Gosh, you know what she probably does? Yeah, she totally does this with Zed's consent. Well, actually, okay, we'll do it this way.
piggyback ride, of course.
Actually, I was gonna sweep them up and like carry them this way, but then I realized, wait, piggyback would be more fun.
Wow, okay.
She's strong.
I guess we are on the same wavelength.
Would you like a ride? I mean, yes, but I mean like, you know, like a...
I mean, yes, and then also yes.
Jump atop my back.
I mean, a ride like a pig, you know?
You know. I think there are some hilarious fumbles as Zed tries to do something they have probably not done before, which is a piggyback ride.
Oh, I guarantee that
And
Lux
also-
falls in the process. We have to
Exceptionally.
start over.
Yes. Yep.
It's awkward, but you manage to
You laugh,
eventually
though.
get to a really you laugh along the way. It's a fun time. You manage to get to a relatively comfortable pace of you being on Lux's back. You pass by patrons from the bar that have been there. There's one guy that's like bent over just puking on a on the corner, and there's some other dude he's never met before that's just like, no, you gotta puke so that it goes downhill, not uphill. If you go to I'm gonna be real with you. This is a real life story that I've personally done, and I was the puking guy. A wizard
Dave.
saved me from puking on myself once, and this was
Oh my
some
God.
stellar advice. I looked around for this guy, and I was just like, where is he? Like, after I was done puking, I looked up and he was fucking gone. He was a wizard. But like, yeah, so this guy's puking, this other guy's giving him advice on how to not get it on him and everything, because apparently he's a savant at that. But the further away you get from the bar, the lonelier it gets, kind of in these colder, snow-covered streets. There's occasional like homeless people that just kind of keep them to themselves. They don't. It's late enough at night that they don't really. They don't try to like pedal or anything like that. And just the wind carrying the snow along as you kind of walk back towards Beacon. It's a straight shot. It's basically you turn once and then it's a straight line and then you turn again and that's where your apartment is. So it's a nice familiar walk that isn't too complicated.
I think at some point on the walk, Zed has got like their head on your shoulder, and they're like looking at the the buildings and things that are going by and say, "Your hair smells really nice."
Lux will straight up laugh. I like stop walking and start laughing when you say that. Thank you.
What does it smell like?
I think it smells like I'm gonna say probably like coconut and jasmine with a hint of vanilla.
Your hair smells nice.
Thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
I think we. I imagine that we passed by like a couple of shops and a couple of places that are closed up and everything. Like literally don't have like they're just, closed down buildings.
They all have like holiday paraphernalia in the windows.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
all
yeah.
decorated themselves, some better than others.
Yeah. And Zed will say, so for our shopping adventure, what are you gonna give me any idea of what you have in mind?
Well, really, it's what you have in mind. It's what you want. I'm going to work with your style. I just enjoy shopping. And am I going to throw in a few things that I would like to see you in? Yes, absolutely.
What if given the option, it is going to be fairly monochromatic and a little boring.
That's why I'm going to throw in a few items that I would like to see you in.
All right. Okay. I'm at this point nervous about that. Just kind of like sidelong glance at this just fishnet menagerie that you're in.
I am going to find the tiniest crop top and skirt for you to wear.
Oh, I don't know if I have ever worn a skirt.
Wait, what?
I don't think I don't know. It just never. It wasn't very a practical thing. When you need to get into places that are hard to get into, it just the microflex pants or leggings are just very easy to. I just have never thought about it.
Have you seen me?
Frequently, yes.
Okay, it's all right. We can work with it. Don't worry. I was actually kidding about that, but now I might. Yep. I was gonna get you in some like nice, suits with some color to them. I think you'd look lovely in like a hunter green or perhaps a cayenne pepper red.
Just kind of set their head back on your shoulder.
Such wonderful colors. I want to say you can at least see Beacon Apartments now.
Is there anybody outside?
No, it's late enough at night that anybody, and it's Christmas, so anybody who I want to say maybe the stoop kid is kind of around.
The
just
taco
ditching.
truck guy is there,
Yeah,
and he's
no,
playing
taco
Feliz
guy
Navidad.
is not there. Taco guy apparently has a family that you don't know about.
What?
And he's
We're their
Christmas with them.
family.
Yeah, he's Feliz Navidading right now.
Good.
Yeah, maybe Stoop Kid is like way down the block or anything. He's not right in front of your guys' apartment or anything. But yeah, none of the usual faces. Like you don't see Kip or anything like that. And Micah's garage is closed for the night. The lights are off and everything. The door is shuttered. So yeah, it's just another. You turn the corner and just like the street before it, as the further away you walk from Taffy's, just the more like snowy it gets. The fake snow is piled up a little bit more. And it's starting to get to a point where even the street is a little bit covered in it, so that it's hard to drive in. But yeah, it's almost turning into a winter wonderland.
Oh my god.
And a lot of people just don't want to be out in the cold right now. It's cold enough that Californians are just like,
They don't know
I'm
what to do with
good.
themselves.
Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
cold. It's chilly.
Arctic
42
nuclear
degrees.
winter. It is. Are you kidding me? It is 60 degrees.
God, I am in shorts and a tank top if it's 60 degrees. Oh.
I don't know what it is right now. I want to say it's about 50 degrees outside, and it is nuclear winter. I'm wearing winter coats when I'm outside.
It is 12 degrees outside.
Yeah, when
my
I was
house
in
right now.
Chicago, if it was 30 degrees, it was fine.
Yeah, it's 30 right now, and I'm like, I'm a little toasty.
That's like
actually.
hoodie
Oh my
weather
God.
in Chicago, but in California, after 10 years of being in California, 50 degrees, my blood is not used to it anymore.
I get that. I think Zed will like tap your shoulder and then just like motion to be like put down. Since we're like right there.
Lex will let them down.
And I think they'll walk. So there's like nothing here, right? There's like no one here, and there's no like cars or anything.
Yeah, not really. I want to say even Stoop Kid like saw you, and he's just like, you know what? Maybe I should just head back. Like he kind of wanted to be on his own for a little bit, and just he saw people, and he's just like, it's late enough. I'm gonna go back home. So
go.
he went back. Yeah. So now it's just you're alone on the street.
I think Zed is gonna look down at the snow in the middle of the street, and is just gonna like lay down and kind of attempt a snow angel, even though there's not enough snow there to do it. And kind of do like 2 passes and then just kind of lay there and say, I think laying down was a mistake. I do not know if I could get up.
Well, lucky for you, you have a strong lass here to help you.
I just like hold up a hand.
Lex will attempt to help Zed up, and I'm sure also falls in the process again. Because she's wearing platform boots. Well, sneakers kind of, so there's no traction. Eventually we make it.
Eventually we get there. We get up and we get inside.
You can almost feel like the cold shut off as like the door behind in Beacon Apartments gets there. The lights are still up and on and everything. It's not so late that everyone's decided to turn off the lights in the hallway or anything like that. But you haven't noticed anybody in the hallways or anything. They're probably inside their apartments by this point, either going to bed or thinking about going to bed, or maybe binge watching something on the net before they go to bed. But it's late enough that nobody's like fraternizing in the hallway or anything like that.
I never thought that I would be actually happy to walk into a warm Beacon apartment complex. I didn't think that would happen this soon.
I know. Remember that time we almost died?
I believe it was just a few weeks ago. Yes, I do remember.
Yep. So I'm gonna check again because you're real drunk. Would you like to come into my apartment?
I will follow you anywhere. It still stands here.
She like stops for a moment, like there's an error in her head and she doesn't remember what to do.
Zed will just kind of like, because you are
Hella tall.
Zed will just kind of go to where your gaze is and say, does that catch you off guard?
Usually people run into my apartment.
They usually beat me there. Has no one ever told you that?
Nope.
Do you want me to stop?
I
Because
don't think
don't.
so.
Well, you let me know if that changes. Because I do not want to make you feel uncomfortable.
No, it's not that I'm uncomfortable. And she like stops again. It's not that.
Do you know what it is?
Yes. And she opens the door.
I will wait.
Come in.
I will take your hand and I will walk in with your consent.
Yes.
Okay. And I will say, is it something that you wish to share? You do not have to. I just wanted to give the opportunity.
It's one of those things where I like hearing it for reasons that I have not felt in a very long time, and my immediate response is to shut that down. You want some water?
Yes. I think I do.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Excellent timing. So good. She'll get us both. I'll get us both some water. She, we, I, all of us together.
Everyone who lives in
Everyone here together.
You notice as you come into the apartment, like there's like there's like a mail slot outside of everybody's apartment, and like slipped through your mail slot, Lux, it's just like a mountain of gifts from everybody that lives at Beacon Apartments. Some a bit more fanciful than others, trying to maybe impress you or something. Just like a mountain, like you open the door and just to the side is just like a mountain of gifts that have slipped
goodness.
through.
You have a fan club, it seems.
Kind of.
Is it do you like you have a people here all the time.
I do, yes. Mm-hmm.
Typically a lot of people here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that?
Most of the time, yes, I do. Sometimes I don't.
Zed will look around one way and then look around the other way and say, how often do you have one person here? It is taking you a long time to think about that. Has it ever happened?
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Of course.
You know, on casual nights.
Casual Tuesdays.
On Free Buffalo Wing Tuesday.
The reality is that I do like that. And there are other times when I can tell that I am doing it so that I don't have to deal with anything that's going on up here.
That is why I sometimes drink a little too much than I'm supposed to.
I'm sorry, what was that? One more time.
It is
for the
something we
class?
have in common, but different ways of making thoughts stop.
Yeah. And the shitty thing is they don't actually stop. They keep going. They just have a different language.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Zed is gonna just absentmindedly grab some candy out of one of the bowls that you have there and just like,
Do you want some food?
I guess this doesn't really count as food.
No.
Sure.
Lux will make some food, but it's probably gonna be a microwave pizza.
Hell yeah.
Hot Pockets.
Hot pocket.
Pizza flavor.
Yes. So Lux will make some food and give Zed some more water and feed them.
Zed is 100% like in slouch mode on the counter waiting for the food. And it's like absolutely like squished face, like
Iconic.
Mhm.
While that stuff is cooking, Lux is also gonna go over to one of her to her closet, and she's gonna come back with like this oversized long t-shirt. It's neon pink, but it's not sheer.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can put that on if you want to. You don't have to, but if I were wearing that, I would want to. Not that there's anything wrong with your clothes, but you're drunk, and who wants to wear clothes when they're drunk?
You make a good point.
I know.
And Zed will take the shirt and will attempt to go. You just have like it's a studio, right? It's like it's just one.
Yeah, like
giant
so you know the apartment in the actual Cyberpunk game.
Yeah.
It's a lot like that.
Okay,
I
cool,
think in my head.
cool.
Yeah,
Zed
no,
will
that's
like
fair.
okay. Zed will like stand up from the counter and like look around and then just like shrug and just like start taking off clothes and put on the shirt.
Lux is like giggling and like watching, like and trying to like prepare food and like also watching.
And it's just like afterwards, it's just Zed in a just a long pink shirt. And there's just like it's like an explosion of clothes around them. They're just the clothes came off and just like went. They had their own vision of where they wanted to be in life.
Excellent. Let them go. Let them be free.
Let them be.
As a censor, while you're changing clothes, we cut to Kip, and Kip is just staring at Rick, and he's just like, "I'm never gonna let anyone take you." And then we cut back down, and you're already changed.
Yeah. This is very comfortable, and I don't know why I never did it before.
I'm telling you, everyone laughs at the clothes that I wear. I wear them partially for fashion, yes, but also because what the fuck? Why are we doing this to our bodies?
That is I
know. Here's the thing, you have to not give a shit what anybody else thinks.
It's so hard to do in a profession such as mine that is built on user attention span and participation. And they expect you to talk a certain way, and they expect you to look a certain way, and if you do not, goodbye. And then you lose everything that you work for. And then people yell at you.
It doesn't sound very fun.
It wasn't very fun for a while. And then I decided that I wanted to do things my way. And then I started doing the things that I do upstairs. I used to be part of a larger corporation, did really important things. But, it didn't really work out, They wanted me to do things that were not. it didn't have any merit. No. I was just fulfilling a quota. I was a cog in some kind of extra corporal machine. I was their eyes in whatever business that they were doing, and I did not like that because I got to see all of the bullshit that happened. And I decided, you know, if I can see all the bullshit that happens, why can't other people see all the bullshit that happens? You know?
You started doing things your own way, but you still dress the way that corporals want you to dress? Or the way other people want you to dress? Unless that is the way you want to dress, which is fine.
I guess I just kind of got used to it. You know, it's a... I guess we should be gesturing at the clothes that are on the ground. It's what people got used to seeing me as in. And I don't know, I guess I got a little comfortable in it. I don't know. I've never really thought about how I am perceived by other people too terribly much. Or rather, I haven't cared, but in a strange way, in that if I always look the same, then no one will care. I guess I valued more about the things that I was showing and saying to people than the appearance that I was giving to people. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Kind of.
I would say that what I typically wear is more of a, I don't know, a default setting. It's something that just is, and I've never really thought about it.
And at this point she's like, her shoes are off, so she's a little bit closer to eye level. When was the last time you considered what you wanted to do? And I'm not talking about like work necessarily. I'm talking about like truly from like the inner recesses of your soul. When was the last time you listened to that?
I would say approximately an hour ago on a balcony at Taffy's.
It was drinking, wasn't it?
No.
What was it? Hmm? Hmm? Hmm?
I have not done something that I wanted to do until I kissed you.
And you see her like fall apart again one more time. Well, and she's gonna reach out for Zed's hand, with their consent, walk them over to the bed.
Zed will follow you anywhere.
Oh God. Boy, I thought this was gonna go a very different direction, and now here we are.
Here we
and
are.
Lux is like, fuck. Shit.
Here you are. Hello, Dave. We've made it to the bed.
We've made it to the bed. I think we're gonna do it.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen.
I mean, feel free to cut to black whenever you feel like it. I
is
won't
not
judge. You
monsters.
just go whenever you feel like going. It's fine. Maybe don't get too graphic.
I think at some point Lux would like do a serious check-in with Zed to be like, do you want to sleep and try this again in the morning?
I think Zed would respond by simply kissing you again.
Okay, well, there we go.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. And that's that.
Is that the cut to black? Bing bong?
Yeah.
Bing bong.
Bing bong, ding dong.
With that, I guess we cut to morning.
Oh.
If that's how long you're gonna go, how long you go?
How long you go?
I mean, it was already relatively decently late at night anyway, so I assume if we cut to black, it's like, you know, you had a nice night.
I think at the very least, Zed was drunk enough to probably very quickly fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
After the ordeal. So if anything happens
Ordeal.
between that and morning, if anything happens with Lux, then
I mean, I sleep,
okay.
but in the morning, a.m. Well, probably early p.m. Probably like 1. That's when Lux would wake up.
Zed is asleep to the world. Zed is not. I think this is going to be the longest that Zed has slept in a very long time. Zed is out.
If Zed is still sleeping when Lux wakes up, she's gonna get up and start cooking breakfast. Mind you, she's naked, but she starts cooking breakfast. I mean, she's making like bacon and eggs.
Zed, when you inevitably do wake up, you have like 6 tenant messages in your eye display. Like 3 of them are from Smiles being like, "What's going on? Where are you? I need to talk to you about plumbing in my apartment. We need to get it fixed."
My plant babies are dying.
The third one's just the plumbing. And then you have like a couple of just usual messages from like what's her name? Person who lives with you.
Birdie?
Yeah, Birdie. From
Oh my god, I
Birdie being-
forgot about them.
Yeah, with like updates of like how your progress is doing, because they don't expect you ever back at a usual time, so
Yeah,
they aren't worried
yeah.
about you. They're just like giving you
Exceptionally
updates
consistent.
of how your media
Yeah.
is doing, essentially.
Cool. Most of it is like super blurry and I can't really see it very well, so I just like I just close almost all of it without even opening it.
You're able to like, you see that you have a saved file that you brain dance some of the stuff while you were drunk, not like the bad, you know, the night,
bad.
The
more
bad.
like
Well,
the
maybe.
beginning, like you brain dance some of the Jingle Bells playing, but you were drunk, because I think at one point you maybe decided, what does a brain dance look like when you're drunk?
Well,
Stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah, so you just watch the
100%.
Jingle Bells and it's like very like
It's very everywhere.
hurts
Yeah,
to
yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing, and your
Yeah,
head
yeah.
is just
Shit.
killing you.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think upon waking up, it's literally just like all you hear is just
Ah, they awakened from their slumber. There's like really soft, like lo-fi playing. But none of the lights are on. And Lux will come over and sit by Zed and like put down some Tylenol and like a big glass of water.
Zed drinks like half of the water before taking anything, and then drinks the rest. It's just like all in like 30 seconds.
There's 2 canisters of Twizzlers next to bed. One of them says used, and the other one says edible.
Thank you for knowing.
'Cause you have candy all over your apartment, and now you know this stunning truth.
Amazing.
Licorice whips.
Oh, it's so great. Are you hungry? How are you feeling? She's talking like very quietly. It's fine.
Better than I have felt other years.
You feel better right now than you have in other years?
Christmas is not a good time for me.
But you're so hungover.
And I had company this year, so I'm not as hungover as I usually am.
Oh.
Christmas is not a good time for me.
Well, that's okay, but we're going to need to work on this quickly because we have to go steal Rick. So.
I almost forgot about that.
We can wait till this evening. We can be capers in the night.
I feel like if we wait until the evening, then Kip is more likely to be awake and coherent.
Good point.
All right, I think Zed will sit up with their eyes closed.
Was that a mistake?
I think we will be all right after I eat some food. And I think Zed will find... Zed looks at their clothes on the ground and just sighs at it.
Don't do it.
Lux, do you have anything that I could wear?
I'm so glad you asked. And she points over and like on the counter, there's like 3 different outfits for you to choose from.
Cool. Zed picks outfit number 3, whatever that is.
Outfit number 3. Great question. Didn't plan this ahead of time.
I was gonna say, what does Zed want to accentuate?
Ooh, yeah.
What does Zed want to accentuate? Shoulders and midriff.
How gay do you want it to be?
Oh,
Tell me
hella
how
gay.
gay you want it.
Very.
Very.
Okay, but gay in like a drag queen kind of way or gay in like a lesbian kind of way?
Ooh, definitely more towards like the lesbian kind of way.
Okay, great. Excellent. Perfect. So it's like a really cute pair of like tight jeans, combat boots that look, they're combat boots type things. And you have, and I put out a, like a dark red crop top, like tank crop with a flannel. But the flannel's bright. It's like a white and blue.
Ooh.
The gayest colors.
Yes.
Like a PlayStation 5.
Zed will put on this new assortment of clothing and just kind of like look at it and like really look at it and turn to you with like a perplexed look on their face and say, I did not realize comfortable clothing existed, you know? I don't know how I feel right now.
Do you want a different outfit?
No. No. Not in a negative way. It's just this is very different to what I normally wear.
Does Zed have any tattoos?
Yes. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if I said any of. I don't think I've said any of them, but they do. They have one that's from like the base of their neck almost to the middle of their spine. It's like a bunch of triangles and circles that are all interconnected to each other. Which is, it's surprisingly large considering that Zed does not seem like you can't tell that Zed has tattoos unless you see them without clothes on. But it's primarily just a large geometric one on their back. And maybe like they might have like a band on one of their their non-robotic arm. They also have a metallic arm.
Oh.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Well, you're welcome to use my closet whenever you wish. We're apparently the same size. I'm a little taller than you are, but that's fine.
I was able. I mean, I can roll them up a little. They're all right.
That's right. Cuff those jeans. What?
What?
Huh?
I'm just gonna eat bacon. Eat bacon.
At some point, Lux puts clothes on. I don't know when that is. It happens at some point.
At some point. My question, do we want to RP actually stealing Rick and going shopping?
I have a thing in mind if you want to.
Okay. Lux is gonna match the energy that Zed picked out, and you sometimes see her dressed down in things like that too. She's not always like in a fucking looking like she's going to like Tokyo or something. Hers are just a little brighter, but similar energy.
You have white pants.
Yeah. Something that this girl Emma could never do because she spills everything.
The
I
future
too don't have white pants. Actually, wait, I think I have like sweatpants. I haven't worn pants in a year and a half.
What are you wearing right now, Dave?
I'm wearing pajama pants.
Hell yeah.
It's the only pants that exist as far as I know.
We have to steal Rick.
You know, I never actually thought about how we are gonna do that.
I thought we would just walk in there and take him.
Oh, I guess. If it was anyone else, I would say it probably would not work, but I feel like it might.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We're gonna go in. If Kip's awake, we hang out with him for a second.
You open the door to your apartment and Kip's standing there just soaking wet. It's like, is that in there?
Hello?
I think the plumbing's broken. I'm wet for some reason.
Kip, you're always wet.
Oh, yeah. And he just kind of walks down towards the hallway.
Before he leaves, Lux is gonna like kind of smack his arm and be like, "You need to say something about their outfit."
Looks over at Zed and is like, "Oh, that's new. It's cool. I like it. It rocks.
Thanks.
I'm gonna hang on a sec." He kind of turns to the side and he just goes. He turns back and is like, "Cool." And then he walks over towards like Micah's garage and knocks on the door.
Lux like turns around. Did he just do that right on the floor?
Oh yeah.
I just
He's
fucking cleaned these
so
floors.
high on Dorf right now.
We should go now because he's not in his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run and sneak upstairs.
Go get a duck.
I want to say you don't have to roll anything considering the fact that Kip is downstairs.
Hell yes.
So you run all the way up to the 5th floor and you get to Kip's door, and Kip never leaves his door locked because he doesn't believe in locks.
Of course he doesn't.
Especially after what they did to him. You open the door and Rick is just like, like immediately the second you open the door.
Does Rick talk? Okay.
Rick is a duck. Hey,
He talks in his own duck language.
Duck.
Listen.
We have a duck.
Rick, do you want to go on an adventure? You want to get some fresh air?
Kind of just cleans his wing.
I think that means yes. I think so.
Yeah. How are we carrying him? I didn't think about that part.
I was thinking, and Zed will just kind of scoop Rick
Speaking
up,
of which, Rick is wearing a Santa Claus outfit. You don't know how he got it on, with pants and everything.
I have a question about where the pants are located.
Yeah, that's a really tricky question, isn't it? I'm just going to leave it up to the viewers. Do the pants go on like A or B?
Yes, exactly.
Do they go over the butt or just on the legs? Hard to tell.
We'll
That's
never
where the
know.
imagination
Never
goes. I won't answer that
Um,
question.
No, I'll just scoop Rick and just like a football, just like tuck him in the head, just like whoop, 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 whoop. Yep. Yep.
He still has a mohawk, but he's got like a little elf hat on. Same elf hat that Tori had on.
Huh.
They both bought it from the same place, apparently.
Hats are us.
La Sombre Mall. The mini mall.
Zed, just like nods towards the door and just starts walking real fast.
Yep.
Because we don't have an elevator that works, so we have to walk down 5 flights of stairs.
Correct.
4th floor, 5th floor, 4th
floor.
5th floor,
You
top floor.
turn around to get to leave the apartment, and Kip's standing there. He's like, "Oh, hey, you taking Rick for a walk?"
Yes. Rick wanted to go.
Cool.
It was his choice.
1 second. It's cool. Yeah.
Great job, buddy.
Good. You should take a nap. Once you wake up, Rick will be back.
Well, if I fall asleep, I'll miss Christmas. So.
Yep.
Well, yep. That's all right.
Excellent point.
Have fun, Rick. You kind of like Russell's Rick's head. Rick hates it. Just. And then
Rick.
Kip literally walks in the room and face plants into the kiddie pool in the middle of the room.
And that's why he's always wet.
He may be dead, but you don't know. You assume he'll get out of it.
I think as we're walking, I think Kip is the reason that that we can't really charge any less for anything here, because if he is in fact a walking insurance liability.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I also I just realized both of our vehicles are currently at Taffy's. We do have
Rick just in your arm.
I don't. It's fine. I'm sure Rick will be fine if we just walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
If if Kels was awake, I would ask to borrow, his bike, but I don't want to. I know he likes it. I know that's
his baby.
That's his, yeah. We'll just walk.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be fine. We won't. And I'm sure we won't lose Rick at all. Sure, it'll be fine.
I don't
kinda
like that you just said that.
Tightens the grip slightly on Rick.
And off we go.
We get.
So, what do you Wait, so are you going to get the cars?
We gotta go get our car.
Okay, so
A car at least.
you had the taffies. You notice the streets are a little bit more lively now. It's about,
Oh, good.
well, you said it's about like 1 or so, right?
Probably.
So Taco Guy's already made his rounds, and unfortunately you missed him for the rush, the lunch rush. Especially the great Christmas lunch rush, the after Christmas lunch rush. So he's not there. Nobody you recognize is there, but normal people are kind of just like walking around the streets because they're going to wherever they need to go. And you managed to make it to Taffy's with no problem. Taffy's is of course closed because it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They open at about 5. And yeah, your cars are sitting outside. Nothing wrong with them or anything.
Would you like to? Do you want to drive, or would you?
You
like
have to drive. You're holding a duck.
That is a fair statement. I will get into Lux's car with a duck on my lap.
There is just filled with guns.
Well,
With
at
the
least we are
guns in the
prepared for
backseat.
anything.
Don't mind this. Just and I'm like moving so many of them. Fine.
Rick does that thing where he kind of like puts his head into his neck, just kind of bunches up, and then shakes his tail.
And we go to a park, right? Park?
Somewhere there, I'm sure that there's some sort of like
So
small
you go to
fake bastion of.
probably the best place to do it would be like Arizona. Like the financial district has like kind of like this weird little, am I green again? It looks like I'm green again. I do, nothing happened. Anyway, you go to the financial district that has this kind of like park in it. And that park has like kind of a little bit of a water feature inside of it. So you probably bring Rick there.
Yeah, because I don't want to bring him to like an actual lake because I know that it is turn into a mutant creature if he.
Yeah, I was gonna say
lake.
you all know that the third corporate war happened fairly recently enough that most water that isn't like contained is pretty toxic and horrible.
Yeah.
So like if it's a filtered like corporate water feature, it's probably fine.
Cool. Yeah, I will find one of the larger fountains and just be like, Rick, I don't know if you have ever had the pleasure of being in water that was not tainted by Kip. So I do hope you enjoy yourself, and I will place Rick next to the fountain so that Rick can choose whether to swim or not. But I will put Rick there and take like 3 steps back.
He kind of turns around, wiggles his tail, and looks at you.
You do whatever your little duck heart desires.
He turns around and he looks at the water, and then he kind of like shakes his leg a little bit, which is still clothed in the pants, and then he turns around at you.
I see. I will disrobe the duck.
He nods to you, does that duck thing where he kind of like does the double nod, and then he turns back and turns to the water, and he's like, and he gets in, and he just kind of swims around. His little tail just.
This is so much more delightful than I thought it would ever be.
I mean, it's a duck, and it's Rick.
How? What? But and just hold up like this small amount of cloth.
I don't know, man. There are things that Kip does that I just don't question anymore. I just accept that he does them, and I don't know how he does them.
I think I will just I'll return Rick the way Rick was intended to be returned and have this on the side.
That's fine. He's just enjoying himself in the water, cleaning himself and everything. You can actually see a visible like amount of
color difference.
Yeah, like because he's just been bathing in whatever Kip's bathing in for the longest time. He's like a golden duck.
Yucky.
Do we take him back?
Do you want to?
I think so. I don't think we should bring a duck to anywhere else that we are going.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You see as he comes back over, he kind of like waddles over to you.
I give him a gentle stroking. Yeah. I will pick up the duck and we shall return the duck with clothes, but on the side.
You drive by a gun shop and Rick just goes, Papa, I crave violence.
Father, I crave violence.
But yeah, you managed to get Rick back to Beacon Apartments. Kip is just kind of passed out in the hallway.
I will check to make sure that Kip is still breathing.
He is still breathing. He's not in the kiddie pool anymore. He managed to somehow pass out in a different place.
This is good. This is fine. I'll set Rick just like right inside the doorway and just kind of give him a little pat. So he goes inside. I'll set the clothes on the counter and I'll close the door and I'll just kind of pat Kip on the head and say, "You're doing all right."
Corpos.
Our next mission is going to be to change the kiddie pool water.
I'll put that as part of his the lease sub agreements. He's got to change that at least twice a week.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go shopping. Do you want a cocktail before we go?
Yes.
And lo and behold, right in Lux's bag, she pulls out 2 little spritzers, wine spritzers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
We go shopping.
I'm
Shopping
assuming you go to
montage.
Los Hombre Mini Mall because that's where you enjoy shopping, and now it's
Oh
not
yeah, we have so many
dangerous.
good memories there of
Yes.
shot at.
Yeah, while you're there,
Absolutely.
you kind of keep looking over at like where the turrets used to be. Like
Yeah.
you can see some of them are locked because like when the turrets come out, they like eject from like a little hole. You can see some of the holes are still open, and there's just like a plug where a turret used to be.
Oopsies.
But some of the plugs are actually like plugged up and everything like that, and you kind of keep looking over at them every so often just to make sure.
Yeah. I think it's a montage of just like Zed in a myriad of different colors and styles and stuff. And occasionally like Lux is also next to them in a matching but like different color schemed outfit.
It's playing some sort of pop song that sounds like
yeah.
a really empowering shopping song.
That's right.
Absolutely. Lyrics don't mean anything.
Nope.
We are not the sheep we were made to rule.
Wait.
That's one of the Cyberpunk 2077 songs.
What do you
It's
mean?
my instant pop song that comes to mind whenever I go shopping.
Good. So there is bags on bags of stuff, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to say you got at least 2 outfits from that, if you want to describe them, or if you want Lux to describe them, or something like that.
I think one of them would be close to a comfort outfit that that Zed probably picked out mostly themselves. It is reminiscent of the clothes that they wear, but it is a much more like comfortable suit. So instead of like being very structured and armored, it's like this flexible, comfortable fabric. It still looks very sharp, but it's like somewhat stretchy. It's like it's one of those what is it called? Multi-chrome kind of colors to it. So like in one light, it looks like a purplish color, but then you turn it to another light or another angle and it turns into like this green color. And then there's like a shifting in between of like this bluish, like this dark blue. It's pretty cool. And underneath it is a fairly loose shirt that's tucked into, you know, matching pair of slacks. But it's kind of got almost like a Renaissance / piratical romanticism kind of feel. So it's got like crisscrossed, like super deep cut to it, and it's got like the
release
and stuff, yeah, like crisscrossing back and forth. Of like the shirt itself is like a gold color, and like the things that go, the strings or whatever, are like a darker bronze. Hello, goodbye. James just got home.
Hi James, bye James.
Close the door. I don't know why. That would be the one that Zed picked out, and then Zed would have had Lux pick them out an outfit of whatever they wanted.
So, I think that they would give them the choice to see what they would feel more comfortable in. Either one of those crop tops that has the crossy things that you tie like around the midriff, you know what I mean? Or a sheer meshy, it's like a faux turtleneck. I don't know how much skin they wanted to show.
I think the crossy top.
Okay, excellent. So it would be like a crossy top with let's see. I think that she would probably be aiming for like this would be something that Zed could wear when they go out to like a bar when they're not working. Whenever that is. And so it would be that, and then a pair of I wouldn't call, they're like leggings, but they're closer to like pleather. And they're like a kind of latexy, but not as tight. Does that make sense? They're still mobile. Slightly high-waisted, not entirely. And they're like a black, but if you catch them in the light, they actually look closer to like oil. So there's like different colors in them. And then a jacket. It's kind of a leather style jacket on top, but it's like a short leather jacket that's very fitted. But comfortable.
I would wear that.
I did it.
You did it. Yay.
And I buy something fucking ridiculous, like a clear plastic dress or something.
Hell yes.
Just a skirt made entirely out of dildos.
Hey! Do you like it? It vibrates.
It vibrates. It has pockets. I don't know how, but it does. I think they're actually flashlights. Maybe I was wrong.
Pockets are a little tight, but it's fine.
They're a little tight, weirdly wet.
Give it a tube of chapstick.
Oh no. I lost my change. I don't know where it went. Found it. Oh, it's so slimy.
I hate this.
Oh, delightful.
Cool. Yeah, the last thing on their bucket list was to see the city from not inside the city. So I'm sure the shopping would have taken them most of the afternoon into the early evening. And
Well, that and coupled with taking Rick to a park
yes,
and stuff like
also
that.
the
Yeah.
Rick adventure.
By now, I want to
Yeah.
say it's getting to about sunset.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
maybe around like 5:30 or so. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's still December, so it sunsets earlier.
Pretty much, yeah. Zed would what is this the word?
I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ask to drive you somewhere. It's not the word I wanted, but it's the word I have.
Okay.
Got it. Volunteered. There it is.
Hey, we got there.
We got there. Hello. Zed would volunteer to drive, since you kind of drove everywhere. And find somewhere out of the city that has like an overlook and can see like the city and also the sunset and everything. And I think it's just like it's a moment of them sitting like either on the overlook or on the car, and it's just nice. Like
Sure, on the car.
Yeah, I want to say you're outside of the city now. You probably drove about. Would you say you drove south, east, or north? South, east, south. Yeah, southeast or north. West is the ocean. You're not going there.
No, probably south. No, east, because then you get the sunset behind the city.
Okay. Yeah, so you drive a little bit out east. You manage to find a nice place, but it's nice in an interesting way because technically what you do see is like a bunch of completely destroyed oil fields. And they were blown up in the second corporate war. And they never really been fully repaired just yet. And so like it's this weird like they've been around long enough that they've kind of become part of the scenery as opposed to being fixed. There's talks and maybe plans of them being fixed up for the future, but as of right now they're still in this like landlocked state of just being part of the outside of the city that nobody really wants anything to deal with. Yeah, you can see the sunset start to kind of come down on Night City as you sit on the outside of the ridge. You can see from here, you're on a pretty good ledge that you can see parts of the ocean as well. Even some of the ocean platforms that have been made by various different people are like lighting up and everything like that. And so it gives this like nice, interesting view where the city lights are starting to turn on, but the sun isn't completely down yet.
I don't know what I expected. I thought it would be something like magical in a way. But I don't know.
Well, oil fields are,
Yeah. It is quieter though. And that is nice.
Go. You were gonna say something.
You also were gonna say something. I feel like I talk a whole lot.
It's gone. It's gone. I have no idea what it was. It was there and now it's gone.
I think you managed to do it.
Do what?
This is quantifiably the best Christmas I've ever had.
Oh. Well, that's delightful. I'm so glad I could do that for you.
Not no pressure, but next year does have to be better.
Challenge accepted.
Good. So that does, in it of itself, require that both of us be here next year and both of us be in the opportunity to provide a good Christmas for each other.
So no dying. Pinky promise.
Always.
Okay.
I am shit when it comes to a fight. However, I promise not to put myself in a position where I will outright die.
Okay. Are you usually doing that? Is that
in the
something you do
past-
need to promise?
Well, listen, in the past few months, it has been a pretty precarious situations that I have found myself in. So,
Well, knock it off.
I'll try.
We'll put it this way. If you're going to put yourself in a precarious position, you have to bring me along.
That I can do.
Okay. I'm in danger all the time, so I'll just do my best.
Well, if you do need help or you need someone who can get you out of a equally precarious position, I at least know people.
Okay. I will remember that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And scene.
We did it!
We did it.
I want to say you both kind of return back to Beacon Apartments and everything like that, and nobody really notices that you were gone because they're all busy. Mike is fixing the plumbing. Kip's
Thank
probably
God.
passed out somewhere. Jedediah is busy. Everybody's off kind of doing their own things. And you all return to the apartment, and you had a nice time.
Yay. And I get an email from Casper saying, I got a new job for you.
That happens in like a month, so
Well,
it's
you
a bit
know.
of the road down.
Cut to.
Cut
The
to
only-
1 month from now.
I want to say the only thing that really happens in the downtime between then and now is that the usual IHAG shit is that Amanda Russell announces that she wants an end to the violence after something that happened. Because there was the high-rise incident combined with an incident involving their submarines being attacked by Sino operatives and stuff like that. So as far as the usual IHAG shit, that's basically all that happened in between the downtime. I guess is that it? Then we're done.
That's what we wanted to do.
That's it.
You said scene, so I think that's the ending, right?
That's it. That's it.
That's a good ending. I like that.